Yes, we did.
We had a woman bootlegger who went, but they called her Jodie Blonde. Her name was Evelyn Coyle. But she had peroxide blonde. Well, she had natural blonde hair, but she peroxided it a little bit and make it turn yellow. And she was pretty heavy. She had a bunch of kids. And her husband was the one that owned the log cabin, did the bootlegging down there. Mm-hmm. And but they never could live together long. And him or somebody else saw that she had plenty of children, and so, well, that's true. And we know who the someone else was. The kids favor him. And but anyway, if the sheriff, we had a sheriff elected one time that was a real straight arrow boy, and he'd go up there and berate her. Well, she would, when she'd look out the window and see who it was, and for a hairnet, she wore a pair of her little girl's panties pulled down over her head. I'm serious now, hair come out the leg hole. And so, she was not a fashion plate. And old Jodie would come to the door. Well, most of the time all she wore was an old house coat type duster. And when she'd see the sheriff coming, she knew how straight-laced he was. She'd unbutton that thing and take it and throw it on the floor, and she'd open the door butt naked.
Except for that panties on her head.
Them panties on her head, you know. And old Dan Springer would, when she'd open the door, he'd turn his head and he'd say, "Evelyn, put some clothes on." She says, "I don't have to, I'm in my own house." And consequently, there was time for the kids to get rid of a lot of evidence. But that worked, you know. You can't make this up. It was real.